folks, so we are currently in Bright in the state of Victoria. Today we've got about a 5.5 hour, 6 hour ride. We're going to end up in Corryong, so we're going up through the snowy mountains again today, up then down, and then we'll be crossing the Murray River, which divides the states of New South Wales and Victoria. And we will be following the Murray River all the way to Corryong. So this is going to be another awesome ride today. Hope you can all join us. Folks, on today's ride there's only Trampus and myself. Tags and Tez, they're taking another route, and Glenn, he's got to duck into the city of Geelong to drop off a vintage motorcycle seat to an upholsterer. But we all plan to meet up in Corryong in the afternoon to tell more lies and drink more beers. But yeah, this ride is going to be fantastic today. This road, linking the Kiewa and Ovens valleys, was built as a result of the years of agitation and a successful petition to the Minister of Public Works by farmers of Toowoomba who wished to get their produce to Bright. A dray road was required over the steep hill to the Bright railhead, 37 kilometres away. Contractors, paid 70 cents per day, used pick and shovel labour and wheelbarrows for the construction of this road. The official opening was held on the 19th of March 1896. A 4-horse dray conveyed the official party at the head of a procession of cars, coaches, buggies and horseback riders, leaving Bright at 8:15 a.m. Equestrians reached the Gap at 12:15 p.m. Creek. It's another ski resort, so similar to the last one we went to. I think we might pull over for a bit and stretch the legs. It's a pretty awesome ride up that hill. Well, this is Falls Creek Ski Resort. It's autumn here now, so there's no snow. There's plenty of other activities though, apart from course from motorcycling, so you can hike or bike, swim, just relax like in the normal months. Winter time, yeah, obviously provides for snow sports, skiing, etc, etc. Kogong High Plains Road. This is an alpine pass with a distinctly Australian flavour. The road climbs steeply from Mount Beauty, winding through tall mountain ash forests before the ski resort of Falls Creek appears. This section is fast and technical, with a good surface, and is comparable to the Tail of the Dragon, Highway 129 in North Carolina, an iconic road with 318 corners in 11 miles. At Falls Creek, the forests give way to gentle alpine meadows dotted with snow gums and intersected by the thin ribbon of bitumen, although bitumen's only been a recent addition. The descent to Glen Valley, which we're doing now, sees the forest once again grow tall. It's a road best taken with caution at the summit and towards Glen Valley, as the surface becomes rough and not all turns are signposted with recommended speeds. As a matter of fact, we witnessed a Ford Ranger run off the road into a culvert on a corner we were negotiating, but being a Ford, he got out of it okay. The alpine weather up here means anything's possible, so if you plan to ride this road, make sure you carry warm motorcycle clothing. The mighty Murray River, one of the world's longest navigable rivers, stretches 2,700 kilometres or 1,700 miles from the mountains of the Great Dividing Range in northeastern Victoria to near Adelaide in South Australia. A mountain stream in its upper reaches, the river turns into a meandering river lined with magnificent forests of red gum and sandy beaches in its lower reaches. The region is home to plentiful wildlife, supporting over 350 varieties of birds, as well as many species of mammals, reptiles and fish. One of the variety of birds is the Australian wedge-tailed eagle, standing 4 foot high and with a wingspan of 9 foot. Okay, well, we're just taking a little side trip for lunch at the Jingellic Pub. It's on the other side of the state border. I've been here heaps of times. It's got to be one of my all-time favourite pubs. So it's located right on the Murray River and has absolute waterfront camping grounds. Beautiful place. It's pretty warm today, so I might even jump in the water for a swim. More importantly, I'm going to cool down on the inside, so a few cold beers might be the go. This is the Bridge Hotel in Jingellic, more widely known as Jingellic Pub. So this iconic and historic country pub, it's located directly on the banks of the mighty Murray River along Murray River Road. Just a short drive from Albury, Corryong, our destination for tonight, Tumbarumba and Holborn. So he's got a beer going already. In fact, it's the closest pub to the banks of the Murray River in Australia. So it was built or established, if you like, in 1925. It's a long-time favourite of locals and tourists alike. Great history here, rich history of the famous river and the beautiful high country region. Great stopover for a beer and a burger. The burgers were awesome. the Silver Gypsies on our next episode, where Tags and Tez head for home, and Trampus, Glenn and Stu continue the Australian Alps adventure.